So I was contemplating how to go about putting this video together. Should I do the present to the past or the past first to the present? So looking at the motivational mom YouTube channel that Stacy has, that she's trying to be a role model to moms and telling her stories. So we're going to show the present first, her present parenting skills, and then we're going to go to the past where the ending you will not want to miss.
Before, I've got a mango cocktail, and then Stacy's got
Margarita, baby.
a margarita, and
You're an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot!
all right, guys, we just ordered our lunch, and we've got 2 celebration drinks. Stacy, what did you get?
I got a Moscow Mule. I've never had one before, so we're gonna try it out today.
So she's got her first ever Moscow Mule, and I got something that came highly recommended from the server. It's called a Mirage Punch. It's supposed to be loaded with alcohol. So after we drink this and we walk back on the Atlantic City Boardwalk, I'm gonna be a little bit tipsy.
You're an idiot! You're an idiot! You're an idiot! Cheers, honey. And this gets it. Look at
I'm having dinner with my wife. We are having a 5-star steak dinner here at the steakhouse at the Mirage Casino Hotel. And we just got our appetizers, we got some drinks, and then we've got filet mignon coming, we've got sea scallops coming, we've got dessert. So tonight is going to be an exquisite night. Again, the lifestyle of a professional gambler. And let me show you our wedge salad. That's our jumbo crab cake, and then my wife got a glass of Riesling, and I got a apple martini. So again, this is how we live our lives every single day. So again, this is how we live our lives every single day. So again, this is how we live our lives every single day. My wife and I are inside the Beau Rivage Prime Steakhouse. We're gonna have an amazing dinner here at the Casino Hotel. So right now, I just ordered a Ritz cocktail. My wife got a Mai Tai, and
hi, guys.
No, she's not tipsy. She doesn't look like she had a few Mai Tais already. On 8 different days, Christopher Mitchell posted video proof of him driving a vehicle while filming YouTube video while wife and baby were passengers. This includes a 30-minute video where he was operating a recreational vehicle, holding a camera, and reading YouTube chats questions. It's illegal and puts so many lives in danger.
all right, everybody, Christopher Mitchell here from Change Your Life Vlog. The Baccarat boss is back. So change of plans. Hi, honey.
Yeah, real fucking funny putting an innocent baby's life as well as other innocent lives at risk. You fucking midget gay porn bitch.
So we just left Las Vegas. Yes, we did have planes.
And the entire RV video can be seen in the description below. There'll be a link to it.
Hi, guys.
There's my wife and my son. Extremely hot. It's 100 degrees here, but we pretty much have the entire strip to ourselves.
Yeah, no shit, you have the strip to yourself. You're violating a stay-at-home order and putting your innocent baby's life again at risk by dragging it around for 1 hour in 100-degree heat that you yourself even admits that it was really hot.
Hi, guys.
There's my wife and my son. Extremely hot. It's 100 degrees here, but we pretty much have the entire strip to ourselves.
Hi, guys.
There's my wife and my son. Extremely hot. It's 100 degrees here.
Hi, guys.
There's my wife and my son. Extremely hot. It's 100 degrees here.
So as if dragging the baby from casino to casino isn't bad enough while drinking alcohol while the kid is in her lap, then you have driving an RV, holding the camera with one hand and talking to his viewers for 30 minutes while the baby was in the RV. Wasn't bad enough. Now you have this trash bag couple dragging the baby out in 100-degree heat while violating the governor and the president's mandatory stay-at-home order until April 30th. All right. So they violated the stay-at-home order, bringing the baby out and walking around the strip in 100-degree heat. These people are trash bags. These people are fucking horrible people, let alone despicable parents. They don't deserve to be parents. That's why we need to report them again to DCF. Their selfish, despicable, disgusting actions already lost custody of her daughter. Now they're doing the same exact thing for their son. Oh, but wait, there's still more to come.
I actually had somebody send me those dollar markers. You know, the markers that write on the dollars to show you if they're fake or not.
Now, this isn't much of a big deal, but watch what comes next.
I had somebody send me a pack of those markers because they want me to make a video showing my money is real.
Yes, everyone, that's monkey see, monkey do. Stacy doesn't even care as well. It's a do not walk, pushes her stroller right out into oncoming traffic, and watch the path. Watch what happens next.
Do you guys want me to make another worthless video showing you guys my money is real? Like, I'll put it through my cash counter, which detects counterfeit money. I will take the guy's markers. I'll write on all the money to prove it to you, and to you, and to you. And
Yep, folks. She gets stuck in the median with oncoming traffic with her baby, and it doesn't even faze her one fucking bit.
then I'll go deposit the money in all of my bank accounts so you can see that the ATM actually accepts my real.
Yep, folks. She's not even phased. Look into the camera, more worried about the live stream than the fact that she's stuck in the middle of the street with her baby with oncoming cars coming back and forth.
So if you guys want to see me waste my time and make another video about my money being real or fake, say yes or no. And if I have a lot of yeses, I'll make another video. And if I don't have a lot of yeses, I won't.
It's a waste of time.
Oh yeah, it's a complete waste of time. But hey, if you guys are gonna get my subscriber count up and my ad revenue up and help my channel grow, dude, I'll make another worthless video of my money. I'll be happy.
Folks. Whatever happened to that video he said he was going to make, huh? Remember, he said he would be happy to do it, happy to prove, and then he was going to deposit the money into the bank and show everyone? Whatever happened to that video? Folks, he didn't make it. Shocker. Oops, we're getting off track now. Sorry about that. So to recap quickly on Stacy and Christopher's present parenting skills, in which Stacy is such a great motivation for mothers. They drive while holding a camera, filming YouTube with the baby in the car, drinking alcohol in casinos with baby in her lap while she's in a breastfeeding mode, dragging the baby out in 100-degree heat for an hour in which Christopher admits it's severely hot outside, ignores do not walk and wheels the baby out in oncoming traffic and gets stuck in the median with cars going by. Great parenting skills. Awesome job, Stacy. You're such an inspiration and a motivation for mothers to be like. Now, with that said, we're going to dive into the much anticipated past that I have all this new information that came to light. So, with that said,
7 years into the marriage, I'm in my 30s at this point, and I was ready to start a family. We had the conversation about kids. We both wanted kids, and I went to him and I was like, I'm ready to start a family. And he was like, you know what, I don't think I want kids anymore. Well, that was non-negotiable to me because I would have never married him if he didn't want kids, because I wanted more than anything to be a mom.
Now, making her motivation for mothers never give up video, Stacy is discussing how her and her ex were married 7 years. They discussed having kids prior to their marriage, and now she's ready to settle down and have a family. But all of a sudden, his interest has changed, and now he does not want kids at that time. So she says, in her own words, that's non-negotiable now. She would have never got married if that was the case, but and that's her prerogative. But people do change. Things change in marriages, unfortunately. Okay, so either they discuss it maturely like a couple, or they separate. It's just they have different interests now. All right. So let's listen to what Stacy decides to do.
And I said, listen, I'm going off my birth control. We'll just see what happens. He didn't really say anything. He just was like, whatever.
So instead of discussing and making a plan like a married couple should, or if they have different interests now and she's not respecting his and he doesn't respect hers, they divorce. Her reaction is, you know, I'm going to go off, tell him I'm going to go off my birth control pills. And he says, whatever. All right. If you cannot see the writing on the walls, that spells disaster. All right. It's disaster waiting to happen. So we're going to find out exactly what does happen.
And I got pregnant right away. And to be honest, that started the downward spiral of our relationship. He started to resent me. I walked through that pregnancy by myself. It was a very, very lonely time for me.
Of course he resented you. It was a one-sided pregnancy. He told you he did not want kids. I have no clue why, but maybe he was not mentally ready at that time to have kids. But that wasn't an option for you. So what did you basically, it was a one-sided pregnancy. You told him you're going off your pregnancy pills, and he was just like, whatever. That means he did not care. Something was going on with him. Who knows? But whatever the case may be, of course it was a disaster waiting to happen. Are you that fucking retarded? Obviously. I mean, he probably knew you were going to be a shitty ass mother and he wanted no part of it. I mean, who knows?
And I thought, well, maybe once she came, things would change and our relationship would get better. And that just didn't happen. She was born and things actually got worse. I started working day shift. He was working night shift. And we were just spending more time apart. He was going out on the weekends with his friends. And when my daughter was, I think she was 3 or 4, I found out that he had been having an affair with one of the nurses that he was working with. And that just rocked my world upside down.
Well, obviously I don't agree with them having an affair, so, I mean, he definitely should have divorced you prior to that because I don't believe in extramarital affairs. But the fact is, I mean, the marriage was dissolved prior to the pregnancy. I mean, the writing was on the wall. Just in your words, I can tell that the guy did not love you anymore, and that shit happens. And the fact that you all of a sudden thought it was just going to magically, the relationship was just going to magically get back to bliss because you got pregnant. That doesn't happen. All right. You basically got pregnant on your own choice, not his. But the fact is, now you guys both had a child together, and that child was involved in your guys' chaos.
You guys, it was awful. It was one of the most difficult times I had ever gone through in my life. You know, I didn't want divorce. I didn't want to raise this little girl in a broken home. I didn't want to be a statistic. You know, over 50% of marriages end in divorce. That's terrible. And I didn't want to be one of those people. And so we tried counseling and tried to make it work, but he stopped going to counseling. He never stopped seeing the girl. And so I finally ultimately made the decision to file for divorce and leave.
So finally, it's been a long time coming, but you guys finally got the divorce. He's with his new wife, you're going your separate ways, but the fact remains you guys have a responsibility to be responsible parents to that daughter. All right? But we already see your present parenting skills, Stacy. Now we're going to expose your past ones. We're going to expose exactly what you and Christopher did to this poor innocent child of yours.
All right, the third event I want to share with you is probably the most difficult event I've ever had to go through, and that was a very ugly, long, drawn-out custody battle that I had with my ex-husband. everything was fine when it was just my daughter and I, and there was not another guy in my life. But as soon as another guy came into my life and I ended up getting married, all hell broke loose.
Gee, there's many things that I know why hell broke loose, and we're going to document them now. One, your husband finally found out that Christopher was a gay porn star, alright? But even then, even when he found out, he still, in a documented text, said he does not care about Christopher's gay porn past. The fact is, Christopher's trying to brainwash his daughter into making it sound like he could be her new father instead of him. Then everyone and their moms and unborn children in people's wombs knew Christopher was on steroids. He had them in the house. The dad did not like the steroids in the house. The dad did not like Christopher's aggressive, uh, angry attitude that steroids give. And Christopher still, to this day, says he never was doing steroids. All right. Those are just a couple things why hell broke loose. But we're going to dive even more why hell broke loose. Was caught repeatedly talking to Stacy's then 8-year-old daughter about rape and other sexual topics. Christopher was caught watching gay porn where Stacy's daughter and other children in house could see of his then ex-business partners. Christopher and Stacy's home had search warrants issued multiple times by court. Christopher has been doing ASEAN networking pyramid schemes, scamming people for 9 years. Stacy cashed out her retirement fund to hide it from her ex-husband and gave it to Chris for their pyramid scam business. Stacy and Chris were evicted from numerous homes. Chris was caught lying in court about owning a car, about having a valid driver's license while driving a car, among other things he lied about. So now we're going to read a couple paragraphs from Chris's book that he wrote that looks like basically a fifth grader wrote it for an English assignment. But anyway, we're going to read it anyway from this paragraph. On Monday, April 18th, 2016, we had an unexpected visit at our home by the local police. They had an emergency court order in their hands to physically take Stacy's daughter Reese away from us immediately. Not one of us knew that was going on. The police had no explanation. They said they had to obey orders. Reese was kicking and screaming at the top of her lungs, which was bullshit. She wasn't, begging the police officers not to take her away again, which it's all bullshit. The two police officers felt terrible for Reese that they called their sergeant and begged him to not take her away, but he said they had to. Well, of course, it's all bullshit. Christopher and Stacy always want to play the victim, and that Reese was bawling, Stacy was bawling, and I was getting ready for war. Listen to what he said. And I was getting ready for war. What war? She's not your child. And the reason, what war? Why did the court come in and get her? Why did the court grant her ex the emergency order? Because you guys kidnapped her. You guys kept her from her father, her own father. You guys did it. You guys want to talk and tell all this bullshit lies, how the dad kidnapped her for almost a year and you guys couldn't see her. That makes no sense. The police came to your house, okay? They didn't go to his house to get her. They came to your house because you guys kidnapped her, okay? And you would not let the dad see it. So the dad filed an emergency order. And again, all that stuff, we're going to dive into exactly everything that came out, okay? So after you say you're going to war, it says, at our hearing, a man stepped on the witness stand and told every lie he could about me. That's basically, he said, talking about her ex and how he lied about her. While he was under oath, listen to what Christopher said in his fifth grade little book that he wrote. He said I was a child rapist, which I don't believe you were, but I don't know if that's exactly what he said. I think they talked about how you talked to her daughter about rape and sexual innuendos. It says he said I was a gay porn star. Well, you were. You are. You did. You did gay porn. You did gay escorting. You did gay prostitution. You want to say it was in your book, you said it was females, but there's no way in hell you're going to convince anybody because you did gay porn. You lied about that. You talked about, well, all women and I was a stripper. No. You did gay stripping. You did gay porn. You did gay prostitution, okay? He says I was extremely violent in the book. This Christopher said I was extremely violent, dangerous, and a threat to society because of all the steroids I was pumped up on. Again, that's true. I, I mean, anybody in their right mind knows you're swimming in the denial river, and you still to this day claim you never did steroids. Jesus Christ, man! And you think this is going to be court worthy? Of course you can't admit to gay porn now because you're in the midst of a child. Of course you can't admit to steroids because you're in the midst of a child. But you are. It says every single word he said was a lie from the pit of hell. The magistrate completely ignored our attorney. Well, of course, because you filled your attorney with all kinds of lies that you didn't do gay porn and that you didn't do steroids and all kinds of other shit. It says we walked out of the courtroom that day feeling like we had been raped, we had been betrayed, we had our legal rights stripped away from us. Stacy's daughter would not be coming home. Of course she wasn't coming home. You can look at all the shit you did, and we're gonna dive into even more shit. It says, as of this writing, currently Tuesday, July 4th. Keep that date in mind. Stacy and I have made zero progress in the court system. Since the case began over a year ago, we have gathered one piece of evidence after another to prove that we are 100% innocent. Oh, whoa, so did her ex-husband. He gathered the evidence, and I got the evidence from the court documents. All right, and that we are 100% that our accuser is guilty of everything he accused of us. Oh man, all right. Now I want everybody to pay extremely close attention to this next clip that I found just the other day. It explains so much about the gay, porn, bald-headed midget, lying sack of shit scammer.
And I just wanted to reach out. I found you on the internet through social media, and I just wanted to send you an email and just say, hey, it was great meeting you. Thank you for the day that you met me and signed my magazine. And at the very bottom of his email, he said this. He said, if there's ever anything I can do for you, please let me know. And then he signed it. And when I read that sentence, if there's ever anything I can do for you, please let me know, that literally jumped out at me. And I immediately thought, well, I need a car. But I couldn't just, email this person back and say, hey, I need a car. Would you feel like buying me a car? So here's what I kind of did. I was kind of playing the victim because at this point in my life, I kind of had a victim mentality. So here's what I kind of did. I was kind of playing the victim because at this point in my life, I kind of had a victim mentality. So here's what I kind of did. I was kind of playing the victim because at this point in my life, I kind of had a victim mentality. I was kind of playing the victim because at this point in my life, I kind of had a victim mentality. I was kind of playing the victim because at this point in my life, I kind of had a victim mentality. I was kind of playing the victim because at this point in my life, I kind of had a victim mentality.
So that was another gem of a clip that I found about Christopher Mitchell self-admitting that he'll play the victim in order to get anything and everything out of people, whether it's a car, whether it's money, whether it's anything. Oh, Christopher Mitchell, I got a lot of haters, they're just spreading lies. Folks, they're just spreading lies, folks. My haters spread lies about me. Yeah, okay. Plays the victim. We've seen it over and over again, and then we have a self-admission video of him saying he plays the victim. So now let's go back to Stacy now.
My husband now is completely different. I shared that with you than anybody that was in my inner circle. And he started to help me change, and I became someone that my ex-husband had never seen me become. And I was doing things he had never seen me do, and he did not like that at all. And I was doing things he had never seen me do, and he did not like that at all. And I was doing things he had never seen me do, and he did not like that at all.
Of course, your new husband taught you how to do scams through ACN pyramids and some book scams. And of course, your ex-husband never saw that from you, and of course he's a little upset about that, and then bringing your kid around a gay porn scumbag. Of course your ex-husband's not going to like that. And then bringing having a roid rage, drug taking, in denial, claims he never did, take steroids around your kid. Of course your ex-husband is not going to like that. God, you are one stupid fucking bitch.
And we got into a huge battle, a huge custody battle over our daughter. A lot of lies were told about us.
Are you guys starting to see and finally realize the pattern that they play here? They're always playing the victim. Oh, everyone's out to get them. There's always people spreading lies. If it's not her ex-husband and other witnesses, it's me. It's other people. Oh, it's always other people's fault. They never do anything wrong. We're just spreading all kinds of lies about them. Well, we're gonna find out exactly what they do.
And man, it drug up. We were in and out of courts for probably almost 2.5, 3 years. And during that time, there was a period of time during those 3 years where my ex took my daughter and didn't let me see her for, it was like 8 months to a year.
Oh, your ex had your daughter and kept her from seeing you, huh? I wonder why. Why, Stacy? Why did he do this? Oh, we're gonna find out. Not through you. We're gonna find out the truth.
He shut her phone off. He actually took her out of school early, and I had no idea where she was. I had made so many police reports, sent police to his house, his parents' house. I called FBI missing persons, and
you are full of shit. You are full of shit. You are full of shit.
I was told there was really nothing I could do. Because we were already in the system, we were already in the family court, we already had court dates, but the dates were almost a year away. And yeah, he was in contempt of court by not letting me have my time with her, but he would just be fined for that, or it would be dealt with in the family court. And there was nothing I could do.
Why, Stacy? Why wasn't there anything you could do? We're about to find out why.
You guys, not being able to see my daughter for that long of time was the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. There were days I couldn't even get out of bed. It was awful, just awful.
Oh, not being able to see your daughter for so long, that was just so awful. Just so awful, wasn't it, Stacy? But where is your daughter? Oh, she's back in Ohio. And you took off to Vegas because your scummy, scamming, gay porn, bald-headed midget husband dragged you across there. And you went willingly and left your daughter back in Ohio. And you can't see her. But yet, because, it's so awful, awful inside of you when you can't see your daughter for that long. Okay there, Stacy. Fucking stupid ass trash bag cunt whore. So now the moment we've all been waiting for. The new info is about to be unleashed. So pay close attention, everyone. It's coming to you. During the custody battle, the court ordered Christopher, Stacy's ex-husband, and Stacy's ex-husband's new wife to complete a psychological exam upon conclusion the doctor deemed both Christopher and Stacy to have narcissistic personality disorders, while giving Stacy's ex-husband and new wife a clean bill of mental health. So for those that don't know what a narcissistic personality disorder is, we're going to educate you. Tell me if this doesn't look familiar. Narcissistic, grandiose. They're never wrong. Has to be the center of attention. Has addictions, especially to gambling and adrenaline producing activities. Arrogant. Lacks sympathy for others. Very controlling of self, others, and circumstances. Two-faced. Puts others down to feel superior. Often irresponsible with money. Provokes other people to fight. Lies, 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 and more. Blames others for their failure. Nothing will ever be their fault. It's his way or the highway. He'll never admit to being wrong. Checklist. Two-faced, putting friends and family down behind their backs. Tendency to blame their lack of success and failures on others. Acts different in public than in private. Irresponsible, not unreliable. Arrogant, acts superior. Lives in a fantasy world, which may include porn. Gee, there's that porn thing again. Flirting, affairs, and dreams of unlimited success and fame. Addicted to fantasy-oriented behavior, will lie and distort facts and change events to suit their own agendas. Be very controlling and unable to relax. You see, that's what a narcissist personality disorder is. Like I said, does it look familiar, people? And this is what the doctor deemed them to have. Narcissistic personality disorder. On August 30th, 2017, Christopher and Stacy Mitchell tried kidnapping her daughter from a public place in which she was in the presence of her stepmother and stepsister. After the stepmom, stepsister, and her daughter ran outside and into the stepmom's car, Christopher used his car to block them in. The police were called. Upon arriving, Christopher began yelling obscenities towards the police and then towards Stacy's ex-husband upon his arrival. After refusing to follow police orders to calm down, Christopher was arrested. This was the second time Stacy and Christopher tried kidnapping their daughter from her ex-husband's possession. And here's the details of that arrest.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You're too bad, you're too rude, you're too bad, you're too rude, yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys.
So everybody's seeing the big picture now? Like I said, this isn't my first rodeo dealing with scammers. Stacy was court-ordered to pay her ex-husband $65,000 of her retirement fund, in which she cashed out, didn't pay him, gave it to Christopher to embezzle into their new ACM pyramid scam business. Stacy illegally, let me emphasize that word again, illegally obtained nude pics of her ex-husband's new wife and attempted to blackmail her ex-husband with them in order to regain custody of her daughter. And how did she illegally do this? Her ex-husband gave his daughter his old phone and he cleared out all the data. Stacy took the phone, went to the carrier. How she got the data, I have no idea, but she got the data and got the pics. And when her ex rejected, Stacy then sent the pics to his ex-wife's new employer and her family, prompting a criminal charge against Stacy of pandering and extortion, which was eventually later dropped. Again, it's on court documents. It's out there for those that know how to get it. And this trash bag old hag pretends to be a Christian, pretends to be a vegan, pretends to start this YouTube channel, Motivation for Moms, Never Give Up video. What's her definition of never give up? Like, never give up trying to kidnap your young daughter, impressionable daughter that could distort her life forever? I mean, never give up trying to scam people? I mean, really, holy shit. Look at the entire body of this video. What they did in the present, that all the shit that I showed in the present, what they're doing now. They are dangerous to kids. They do not deserve to be in the presence of kids, let alone trying to parent them. I mean, God forbid, and this is not out of the realm of thinking, but their kid, the way they're raising them, could be a possible school shooter. I'm just throwing it out there. It's not out of the realm. Look at the body of work. Look at how these people act and behave get towards kids. Talking to an 8-year-old kid who's not even his daughter about rape and sexual endo. Watching gay porn where kids are present. I mean, holy shit. Trying to kidnap your young daughter when she's in the custody of her stepmom and in the presence of her stepsister. Oh, and getting arrested for it. Causing a scene where this kid could see it. Holy shit. But it gets better. It gets better. We saved the best for last. And we already touched on this in earlier videos, but Stacy is in collections because she has a court judgment against her for failing to pay court fees. Alright? And for all those that stuck around for the ending of this video, you're definitely going to get rewarded now. And here it is. Stacy has quit paying child support as of the end of February. She owes for the months of March, April, and May. She owes over $3,000 to her ex-husband to support her daughter. You know, the same daughter that she supposedly loves and can't stand to be away from. You know, moves across the country. Has quit paying child support. But they're millionaires. They have all this money. And the guy's flashing fake prop money up like it's real. Alright? But yes, she's quit paying child support to support a child. Child support, hence child support. It doesn't matter the gender of the person. It doesn't always fall on the father has to pay everything. Alright? Stacy is still responsible, partially responsible for that child, and she's quit paying child support as of end of February. So folks, folks, that's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. I implore my viewers to help us out and do the right thing for that child and call Vegas Child Protective Services. It's easy process. All they are note takers. What you know, what you don't know, and that's it. And what you know is what we gave you on this entire video, and that's they are dangerous, dangerous parents to kids. They try to kidnap, oh my God, they try to kidnap the daughter. They do all kinds of shit. Look at what they're doing to that baby now that's been documented. Driving while filming across the country. Dragging the kid from casino to casino. Drinking alcohol in restaurants with the kid in their lap. Dragging it around the strip. That's, you know, a mandatory stay-at-home order in 100-degree heat for an hour, in which Christopher admits it's extremely hot outside. Wheeling the kid out in oncoming traffic when the crosswalk says do not walk, and gets stuck in the median with oncoming traffic as if it's not a big deal. I mean, what more can we prove that they are dangerous, dangerous parents, and they're endangering the life of that kid? They endangered the life of her daughter. They are endangering the life of anybody on the road when he was driving and filming with the kid in the car at the same time. These people aren't Christians. They are going to hell. When the minute their plug is up, their plug is pulled on them, the devil is going to snatch their asses up. These people are disgusting. These people are trash. These people are, oh, they supposedly have all this money, and she quit paying child support on her daughter that needs it in this time, especially in this pandemic. Stacy has responsibilities to help pay for that child's needs, and she quit paying. So what does that tell you, folks? Folks. What does that tell you? It tells you that they have no money, that the money he continuously shows is fake. Oh, but he was supposed to show that video, okay? And he showing him his money's real, but he won't. He never will because he can't. But we're not getting off the topic here. These people are dangerous parents. That baby needs our help. All right. If child custody or child protective services hears all our complaints, sees all the evidence, and they say, well, there's nothing we can do. They're doing fine. Well, then fine. That's what they're there for. They're there to hear from us and open an investigation and to see with their own eyes everything. All right. And at least get monitored. That baby gets some kind of monitoring, that they get drug testing, that they get mental help, that they all this shit, okay? If there's going to be a benefit to this, it will be towards that kid, and which is exactly what I said in the beginning. I'm doing it for the help of that baby. I'm doing it for the help of her daughter. I'm doing it for the help of all the people on the roads while they're driving. I'm doing it for all the people that were scammed. That's what I'm doing it for. If you don't like it, don't watch the videos. You can go fuck yourselves. I don't care. I don't care if you give me a thumbs down. I don't care if you give me a thumbs up. All right? The people that give me a thumbs up are the ones that respect the work that I'm doing, that my team's doing, everybody behind the scenes, okay? That's what we're doing it for. We're doing it to help people. To help people against the people that say they want to help people. All right? But something doesn't add up. We're doing things definitely the opposite, okay? So who's doing the right thing? Okay? There you have it. That's the God's honest truth, all right? And I hope everybody, please helps our team out and helps that baby out, okay? On that note, stay tuned for the next video. We have quite a few in the works. We're backed up right now. Have a great night, folks.